Hello, my little schnoffs. Today on Bloons Monkey City, we're going to be playing a BFB tile. Now, what quite a few people have been telling me is they're kind of stuck. Their town's kind of at the point where the only tiles that they have to beat are BFBs, double BFBs, and really hard Moab tiles and stuff like that, and they really just don't know how to beat them. So today I'm going to show you how to beat a reasonable BFB tile, and maybe this will help you out for some of the harder tiles as well. Now again, I have to remind you guys that if you can't beat a tile, move on to the easier ones. Don't just force yourself to play the hardest ones in the entire world. There's always going to be these easy tiles that you can find out, and once you get the hang of exactly how to actually beat these guys, you're going to realize how amazing and how easy it can actually be. So, first thing you always want to do is just Spike Factory it up. It's always good to start off with the Spike Factory. And then, well, I need to exit out of all this random crap here. I got so much crap open. Okay, there we go. This should run a lot faster now. And the next thing you want to do is probably just go with some sort of boomerang. You can go with a lot of things. Honestly, you can go with a cannon, you can go with a boomerang, you can go with a mortar, or you can go with something else like maybe a ninja. I don't really recommend ninjas too much. Their popping power is kind of limited, but it is a reasonable thing that you could do. But I think honestly 2-3 boomerangs are usually the best way to go. Find a good spot for them. Now, one thing that I have to mention is that a lot of people have been doing this a lot, and I've noticed it quite a bit, is that a lot of people are actually making a lot of the defenses too close to the front, and that's kind of a really big problem. You do not want to put all of your towers towards the front. Put all of your popping power towers towards the back, and even if that means you're taking a hit on the best spot you can get, it's okay. You're definitely better off getting the better spot, or getting the end spot compared to the better spot. For example, boomerang spot, as far as this is concerned, I mean, this is not a bad spot, by no means, but I think this spot would probably be better, to be completely honest with you guys. So, this spot would probably be better, so why am I not putting it there instead of here? Well, right now it would be better to have it up there, but later on, once I finally get a bunch of ice towers and stuff and all my good defenses in the back here, he's going to be a lot better in this area. So again, we're playing for the end game, we're not playing for the beginning of the game, and that's an important thing that you guys should probably understand. The hard part isn't rounds 1 through 7 or 1 through 10. It's usually rounds 15 through 26 that are going to be the hard ones that you can actually lose lives on or even die on them. So let's see. Also, one other thing that people have kind of been doing pretty crazily that I've noticed quite a bit is that people tend to use too many road spikes. They're like, I need to go in on lives lost because I want those balloon stones, and I totally understand. You know, who doesn't want balloon stones? It's true. Balloon stones are freaking awesome. But if you're having trouble beating the tiles, you can't go balloon stones, and it sucks, but it's true. If you can't beat them, you don't get the balloon stones. So, in the essence of just moving on with the game, just beat them. Just beat them and don't use the road spikes. Just say screw the lives and not care about them. And you're going to be way happier if you do it that way. Also, micro. Oh my god, people don't micro enough. You have a mortar. You have things that you can move around, do things. Dartling guns. Those are all going to help you out a bunch, so make sure you're using them. Watch my mortar micro. I'm going to make sure that if I ever need to, I can micro just a tiny bit with my mortar. And that's all that's required. Getting one extra Bernie stuff can mean the difference between black balloons going down to a bunch of green balloons getting through compared to the green balloons getting completely demolished. You know, you can save so many lives that way. So now what do you want to do? We want to mix the towers. You don't want to go with something too crazy all the time. You don't want to have like 17 boomerangs or something. You want to mix it up a little bit. That's why I'm going boomerang, going with a mortar. This is my camo detection. I'm also going to get a cannon. So now I got a 3-0 cannon. And now you probably want to go with an ice tower. Right now, it's kind of lucky for me because, guess what? The Moabs probably aren't going to come until right around level 16 or 17 or so, which gives me quite a bit of time to save up a lot of money. Very, very helpful. So we're going to actually go with a lot of low-level ice towers. This is something that I've noticed that a lot of people don't really understand how amazing ice towers can be. Go with a bunch of 0-0 ice towers, or the 2-something ice towers, whatever it is. Just get 2-something ice towers, and you're going to realize these guys are so freaking awesome. Look at that. Look at that. We just stopped a bunch of regrow balloons with these ice towers. Amazing. So just get a bunch of these guys, and they're going to be freaking amazing, especially because I have the Shards of Everfrost. Keep in mind, if you guys don't have the Shards of Everfrost, which is something you get from one of the snow tiles, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you. Now, you don't even have to go with two ice towers, or even 2-3 ice towers. Just 1-0 ice towers will be such a tremendous help. It's going to be amazing. And also, don't forget about your little Dartling gun. I think Dartling guns are one of the most efficient things to use right around level 16 or 17, but I think getting Moab Maulers is probably more important. So you want to go with at least one at least 2 Moab Maulers. Try and save up for these guys, get 2 Moab Maulers, and get them pretty reasonably highly upgraded too. Get a 2-3 Moab Mauler. Don't even go for a 0-3. It's a huge help, especially versus those low-level Moabs. You're going to get so much more popping power with those frags. And then, like I said, after that, go for those Dartlings. They're a huge help, and this is just like a common way to do a lot of these maps. This isn't a really, really easy map, but it's not really a hard map either. It's got some little curves in here, but there's definitely a lot easier maps out there. And if you got one of those maps where you got 2 ways that the balloons can come in, just frickin' skip it. Wait till they're really high level. You can do these things really, really easily. I don't recommend going with farms. If you can make farms and survive the early game, be my guest, but most of the time, that's not really the way the cookie crumbles, my friend. Usually, they start rocking us pretty darn fast. Now, here's the point where you're like, oh, yeah, level 17, Moabs are probably going to come. Yeah, they're probably going to come, and you're probably going to realize, oh, I really don't have that much popping power. I'm going to need something else down here, but that's okay. That's why we're going to use road spikes and use a Dartling gun just in case. So we got our Dartling gun up. We're going to actually put it over here for more Moab popping power. You want to leave your Dartling gun in a spot where most of the time you can pop the Moabs. And just aim them more towards the front at the beginning. Pop the stronger balloons, and then, of course, your cannon's going to clean up all the weaker balloons. But get a 1-1 at least, and then get them up to 2-1 if you can afford it. 2-1 Dartling guns. And these are going to be really, really solid versus not only just Moabs, but group Moabs he helps out a lot. And then the single Moabs when they're not very common. Here we go. Here's one. Boom, upgrade this bad boy. And look at this. Pop that, get that Dartling gun, get them down to ceramics, and then the ice and the cannons are just going to clean them all up. Just clean all the rest of them up. And that helps out versus BFBs too. You don't realize that BFBs are really, really slow, but Moab Maulers really don't do that much damage. So here we go. We got a bunch of Moabs coming out. I'm going to try and get another 3-0 cannon up here. 1, 2, and oh, can I afford it? No, I can't. So we're going to have to definitely rock these guys up. Rock them, sock them, robots. Look at this delicious action. Now there is a real problem with this, as you can tell. If those zebras aren't getting popped, you're not popping those balloons. So you have to get something else beyond what you have right here. And you know what? The best thing to do is, yeah, you realize it. It's actually the freaking mortar. It's a huge help. Get the mortar in the back now. You can micro. You can change things up. It's not just the same thing over and over again. So now we have our Dartling guns really popping a lot of these stuff, especially the Moabs and stuff. And then we just have a really solid defense in the back here. And that's pretty much it. Get some more Moab Maulers while you're at it. Get these guys up to 2-3. And then you're going to go for more popping power. You know, a couple Moab Maulers is really all you need. Probably 3. A lot of people, they go way too many Moab Maulers. They're thinking, you know, you need 6 or 7 or 8 or, oh my god, even more than that. No, you don't need more than that. Just stick with what you got and then get the popping power up because those BFBs move so freaking slow. So now's about the time where I'd get a 3-1 boomerang. I'd get a 3-1 boomerang. I put them right here. And this will help out for anything that's frozen. Because like I said, you don't realize it, but those 2-0 ice towers are freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. So we got a 3-1 ice, 3-1 boomerang, and we got a decent amount of Moab Maulers, which are going to pop the Moabs pretty easy. And then we got a nice little cleanup in the back here. And we're doing pretty solid. This is pretty much all you got to do. I think we're going to win this one pretty easy. Now, understandably, no BFBs have come yet, but you're going to realize how easily we're going to pop the BFBs if they do end up coming. Again, you know, the best thing to do against BFBs, because usually like 15 BFBs don't come at the same time. It's usually just 1 BFB or something. So use some more Dartling guns. And look at that. We easily rock the BFBs. Just a couple little balloons that we got to clean up. And, yep, we did it. Now, that was a little close. It was a little close for too close for comfort. But we did it. And that's what matters. We did it. A lot of freaking balloons over here. Oh, my gersh noggers. Oh, my gersh. You also can think about getting Bloontonium darts to help out with the frozen balloons, but I don't really recommend it. It's mostly your Moab popping power that you have to worry about. So, what's next? Let's get a 3-2 cannon, and then maybe another something that's going to help pop those zebras. Because again, those ice towers do a really good job against just about everything except for the zebras and the whites. Zebras and the whites. They can sneak on through, can't they? Usually your cannon cleans up the white, so it's usually just the zebras that end up trying to get through because you got cannons and ice towers right next to each other. Oh, okay, now we have 2 BFBs at the same time, so we need to take these guys down. Take these guys down. Ice towers, go. Go, ice towers, go. And look at that. We did it. We did it. Barely, but we did it. And now there's another BFB coming out here, so this one's going to be a little bit easier, actually, I think. Oh, yep. What did it? So what else do you want to get? It's kind of up to you at this point, but I would just stick with boomerangs, mostly, you know, something that's going to pop those zebras. So even if you got a 2-1, who cares? Just get him up, put him on strong, he'll pop a lot of those zebras, and then we're pretty much set, guys. Level 26 already. We can do this nice and easy. Just cleaning them up. I hope not too many more BFBs come. You know, if like 3 BFBs come, that would be terrible. But we did it. You know, that's an easy way to beat these BFB tiles. So, I guess that's probably it. I guess that's... But yeah, we can just end it there. Oh, I got this one of these tiles here. So as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Or, you know what? I guess since we're here, maybe we can do a double BFB tile on these chests. Ooh, that could be fun. Check it out. Let's see what kind of tile it is. Oh, this isn't that bad of a tile either. Okay, so now we got a double BFB tile, though. So another little quick hint that you guys can do is make sure you use these things, the checked marked items. And since we got ninjas check marked, should we use them? Sure, why not? Put a ninja right about there. I'll put it there. We'll get a boomerang. We're gonna save up for obviously a really nice boomerang. We're gonna get him up to 2-3 eventually, and then after that we're gonna get a mortar. But again, use the checkmarked item. Why not? That little ninja will actually help you out a bunch, especially for the early game and saving up for the high level boomerangs. When you play, as far as tiles go, the way it seems to me is that I think single Moabs, single BFBs, singles Oh My Gods, and then single DDTs are all the easier tiles, and then double Moabs, and then double BFBs, and then triple Moabs, and then triple BFBs. At least that's the way it seems to me. As far as difficulty goes, that's like right on the money. But again, I'm not a real pro at this. I haven't played a lot of those double things since the original coming out of the game. I've been playing more of the easy tiles. Of course, why not? Why not play the easy tiles if you can get them done? Get a lot of money for them, get a lot of experience, then we can go back and play those harder tiles when we actually need to. But that's why I'm doing this double BFB tile, just to show you guys how we can actually do this and make it actually seem pretty easy. It's really not that bad if you know what you're doing. It's a lot of times it's just the mess up of, oh my goodness, we went too much Moab popping power, or oh my goodness, we really didn't know how to use the defense in the back here. Yeah, so we gotta, oh my goodness, we're just gonna let these balloons go by. Nice tough level for us, but yeah, we lost 4 lives on that. It sucks, no balloon stones. That's not really the point of this. I'm not trying to get the balloon stones. I just want to beat these. Again, I'm trying to push myself over the limit of what I should be normally doing right now. I should not be playing double BFB tiles kind of far away from my map. I should be playing the single Moab camo tiles or something that are really close to me and that I can easily beat. No problem. Just start off with a mortar or something and just rock those levels. But no, I'm pushing myself to the limit to make sure you guys know what you are doing. So what's next? What's next, guys? Well, I actually am going to leave my boomerang on first, and the reason why I'm leaving on first is because of the amazingness of this spot right here. Look at this. Watch when the balloons start to leak on through over here. If they ever do start leaking through, you'll start hooking around in this perfect pentagon or hexagon looking thing. I guess it's like a half penta hexa thing, Bob, because there's 6 sides, but this one doesn't exist. So yeah. So anyways, we do need a mortar. It's about time. If you're going to get a mortar, why not go for the Bernie stuff? And we got some camo balloons coming in here pretty fast as well. And see that micro action? I'm microing. I'm moving things around. I'm doing crazy stuff to make sure these balloons are not getting through. But I still do have a pretty crappy mortar. And as far as mortar positioning goes, hey, whatever you fancy. I don't know, mortars that you can pretty much use them in almost any spot that you wish. But again, near the end of the game, you probably want to start moving them more towards the end of the map. You don't want to leave them too close to the front because you're really not going to get very much ceramic popping power after the Moabs pop. So because there's a double BFB tiles, we're probably going to have some sort of Moabs coming in actually really, really fast. And that means we have to do something about that. We have to get a Dartling gun before we go with Moab Maulers. So a little bit different than what we're used to. But this is what you have to do against these harder tiles. And you might even have to use a couple sets of road spikes on these bad boys. So we're going to put the Dartling gun right in the middle here. And get them up to only 1-1. I know that the 0-1 upgrade actually doesn't make it have more Moab popping power, but it makes it so if balloons are in the way, he can actually go through those balloons and hit the Moab behind it, or whatever gets in the way. We can get rid of them. But we do need more popping power, and I think the first thing I want to get is those ice towers. So let's get those ice towers up here. We're going to put one right here. We're going to put one right here. And there we go, we got almost 2-0 ice towers. That should be enough for right now. But again, I'm probably going to use a little bit more later on. I could probably use one down there or something like that. And our mortar is actually missing a little bit, so I am going to go for the bigger blast. I do not want these balloons to sneak on through Mount Finch. Sneak on through that little Bernie stuff action. Quite a few of them trying to sneak on through, but no way. No way, we're not going to allow it. There was only a couple rainbows, though. Imagine when we finally get to the ceramics or the Moabs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Mega uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So here's a pretty reasonable spot for a Moab Mauler. You don't always have to put them near the very, very front. You know, move them around a little bit. Make them use in the best spots, because you're going to have an attack right here, and you can attack all the way down to all the way down here. So it's a very big attack range for those Moabs. I'm going to get him up to 1 and 2. And I think I'm going to go for 2 Moab Maulers as well. I really don't know when the Moabs are going to start coming out on these levels. Double BFB, I can only assume right around now is a reasonable time for them to come out. So let's get some more stuffs up. Some more of these stuffers. Moab Maulers are so freaking expensive. Oh my goodness. It's just like, you just like waste all that money. You're like, oh, it's only like $900 for the Moab Mauler upgrade. And then you have to buy the, oh, we got a micro, do some micro action. Got to get that Bernie stuff moving around. And here's the Rockstar action right here. Our ice towers and the Bernie stuff. And oh my goodness. And we did it. We actually beat that. We microed perfectly. If we didn't micro that, we would have lost. And we'll even go for another Moab Mauler, since those BFBs could come out pretty darn fast. And then I'm going to have to start worrying about more popping power. As you can tell, we had a pretty darn hard time with just ceramics alone. And there we go. Now we have a really solid defense. We have a really, really solid Moab amount of popping power. On top of, I'm going to move my mortar back here near these ice towers. I'm going to buy another ice tower, up to 1 and 2. And then I'm going to have to get some more popping power, probably a boomerang. I think boomerangs are probably my best bet. And even at the point right now, you don't even have to use ninjas. There they are. There's the Moabs. Level 16. Level 16. Yeah, I definitely got to get one of those 3-0 boomerangs. Oh my goodness, yeah, because those zebras are starting to tank my ice towers. It's definitely not a good thing. In fact, I moved my mortar down here actually. I moved it down here so the Bernie stuff can pop through the zebras by the time they get to the ice towers. At least that's the hope or the plan. Hope that works that way. I don't know if it actually will. Still saving up for that 3-1 boomerang. But use those low-level towers. You guys always forget about those low-level towers. I know I used to not even realize how good these ice towers can be. I always went for the ice shards, and the ice shards, yeah, it's helpful. You know, if you got enough money, go for it. But if you don't have the money, this is the way to go, guys. This is totally the way to go. Gotta pop those ceramics. And nice and easy for us. BFBs are going to start coming pretty darn soon as well, though. Lots of BFBs are going to come, but we're getting lots of money, and that's the coupon. That's the coupon. So I think popping power is still my biggest issue right now. Moab popping power, I still got a pretty decent amount. But again, this popping power in the back here, as you can tell, balloons are starting to get through, so we need to worry about those bad boys. We need to get rid of them. And we got a bunch of money. We got a bunch of money. What are we going to do with it? How about a frickin'... Oh, we can't get a ring of fire. Oh, too bad, so sad. I really wanted a wing of fire. So, what are we going to do? How about we double mortar it? Double Bernie stuff will really help me out. I'll get another one right here. 1, 2, 1, and... We don't even need a bigger blast for that one. 2 mortars. I get a little bit more Moab popping power as well. 1, 2, and soon to be 3, 2. And then more popping power, I think. I think 4 Moab Maulers is probably my limit, even versus BFBs. Not versus Oh My Gods. Versus Oh My Gods, yeah, you might have to spam quite a few more than that. But versus BFBs, oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, man, we can do just fine. Just fine. I really don't have that many 4th tier towers yet. I got a Ring of Fire, I got a couple other random stuff, but it would be nice if I had a lot more 4th tier towers. Like if I had the 4th tier cannons, 4-2 cannon, that would really freaking help me out. I don't. I don't have them. It's shad. I don't have any 3-0 cannons, by the way. I should probably get that. Let's get one of those guys. There's the first BFB. There he is. This mega humongo friendo over here. And lots of Moabs coming through. Let's hope we have enough popping power. Again, BFBs are rough, man. BFBs are rough. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Delicious action right there. We stopped almost all of them. Almost all of them. You can't stop them all, but we stopped almost all of them, and I'm okay with that. And we got another 3-1 boomerang, and that should help out even more. And double BFB tiles getting raped right now. Getting totally raped. In fact, let's just spam 3-0 boomerangs from now on. Spam them up. Oh, there's a huge ceramic pile right there. Huge ceramic pile. We need to... Holy crap. Let's hope our 3-0 boomerangs can actually take these guys down. Oh yeah, actually a little bit easier than I would have thought. So let's get one of these guys up to ice shards. He'll help out, and more BFBs coming out here. How many is it? Just one right now? We can take down one pretty easily, but once you get down to a mixture of 2 to 3 to a lot more than that, holy bejesus. Holy bejesus. Oh, and I would really like to get one of those ice shards. You know, once you got the money for it, go for it. But at the beginning of the game, it's not the way to go. Because if one little section of ceramics gets through, you're dead. Boom, dead. So all you need 2 ceramics to get through, and you just can't survive, even with the spike factory back there. And a lot of people complain that I don't know how to use spike factories, or why don't you get a 1-0 spike factory? What's up with that? Spike factories are good. No, spike factories are the lifesaver. They are not the popping power. They just save you from losing lives, usually. A lot of Rico ceramics as well. But that's the point of them. It's just like if 10 things get through, he's there to save them. But you don't want to use him as actual popping power. There's so many better things that you can get more popping power out of your towers with. And while I'm at it, I don't know, how about we just say, screw this ninja. I mean, yeah, he was helping in the beginning, but not really anymore. I can get another 2-3 boomerang as well. The reason why I get 3-0 boomerangs instead of always 2-3 boomerangs is because they can, if I get down to a bunch of zebra balloons, guess what I've got left? You know, if I got a bunch of zebra balloons down there, and then 2-3 boomerangs keep trying to attack the strongest balloons, it's really not going to help out. But if these guys are just going to fly through all of the balloons, they're going to fly through and hit those zebras a little bit easier, I think. At least that's the way I think about it. A lot of Moabs coming through here, just regular Moabs too. Oh my goodness. Dartling guns, unite! Unite, little darting guns! I only have 1 dartling gun. Oh man, those ice shards are really freaking helping out right now. Oh my goodness, yes, ice shards, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. There's even more, and we did it! We survived all those Moabs! That was a very tough one, I can't lie. And we'll even use another ice tower back here. Nice little 2-0 ice tower. We'll put one over here, just to stall him, just that little bit extra. Allow my 3-0 boomerangs to catch up and stuff. Getting bank over here now. I mean, even with them giving me less money out of these things, we're getting, oh my god, that is a lot of BFBs. That is a lot of BFBs. Holy crap. That's going to be a lot of balloons we got to pop right there. Going to be a lot of balloons. It's going to be rough here, guys. These 3-0 boomerangs are not going to be able to hand them all by themselves. We really need the ice shards to shine right now. Go, ice shards, go. Go, ice shards, go. Oh my god, roach spikes. Roach spikes. Roach spikes. And we did it. We did it! We beat it! Oh my goodness gracious, that was amazing. That was really freaking close, guys, but we did it. We captured a forest towel. What am I going to get out of this little chest? What am I going to get out of it? A banana replicator! This ingenious machine can replicate bananas, giving you extra city cash income, increases in maximum cash from your first banana farm by 150. Oh, now my banana farm can hold $1,150. Just plain amazing. So we had a rough time on that double BFB tile. I don't think I'm going to try a bunch of double BFB tiles for a while. I think I'm going to stick with these just normal Moabs, normal BFBs. I can handle these guys. The other ones, they worry me a little bit. So we did it, but it was very freaking close, and that's going to be the end of this video for you guys. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.